How you doing, everyone? Welcome to Let's Get Stringing. Happy New Year's, happy holiday. Hope you enjoyed your time off, spending time with the family, even though it's cold outside. I hope you get to play some indoor tennis. I know I did. Usually the clubs around here run special discounted rates at the indoor facilities. So I'm going to show you how I strung up this head Instinct racket. It's a 285 gram racket, as I was told. I see that it says graphene 360 plus. Previously, I'm not familiar with this racket at all. This is the first time I've seen it from a customer, so I just strung it up with Solinco Hyper G 17 gauge string at 53 pounds worth of tension. And here we go. Let's get the stringing video started. Appreciate you watching. Here we go. I got the racket mounted. This racket has 6 grommet holes in the throat. So I started from the throat. Got the tension head set to 53 pounds with no pre-stretch. Should put some music on or something. I got my TV. I bought a new TV during Black Friday, so I moved the older TV downstairs. As you can see behind over there, you can't see it, but I still need to set it up on a TV stand of some sort. This way I can watch TV at the same time as I string. It'll be less boring that way. For anybody who's used the head in Instinct racket, how do you think it plays? I'm not familiar with this racket at all. Never used it before. Never looked up what the specs are. So if you have any experience with this racket, please share any information that you can offer. When he gave me this racket, the customer, he mentioned that he is looking for a second racket. He's looking to go higher. He said that this one is 285. It's on the lighter side. I don't know how true that is. I didn't check out the specs that's written on the frame, but I'll take his word for it. He wants to go heavier, so the next step up will be the 300 gram racket. I let him know that, so I think that's a good recommendation. Everybody wants to use my go-to string, guys. I I put all of the strings I have, including my reels of poly. I took it upstairs and showed them what I have in stock, and I purposely didn't bring up the reel of my 17 gauge Hyper G, but instead I brought showed them the 16L gauge, as well as the well, I showed them 2 reels of 16Ls, and there are the regular Hyper G as well as the Hyper G Soft. And I showed him everything. After a long time, he said that he just wants to use what I use, which is this one, the 17 gauge Hyper G. So, and I'm running low on it. Don't really feel like going out and buying another reel right now, to tell you the truth. Times are tough, and these reels aren't that cheap. I am looking for a reel of head velocity though. So if anybody can know of any sources I could get it for a good price, please let me know. I did check the WD strings, as well as the racquetdepot.uk, to no avail. So they have all the colors except for the black, and I'm looking for the black. Okay, looks like we have our first grommet skip for the 8th string, skipping the 8th grommet hole, going into the 9th grommet hole instead for the 8th string. This is 16 by 19 pattern, and we're skipping the 8th grommet hole on both the top and bottom grommets. So this is the last string, the 8th string. We're adding 10% tension to accommodate the tie-off knot, to account for the tie-off knot. Same thing on this side. Okay, let's do the crosses. That went pretty fast. Should be making a pretty good time today, so. I don't know why I like weaving so many ahead. It's not saving me more time. It seems like I'm weaving a whole bunch all at once and it would save time, but no, because after I pull each string, I have to like move all these strings up and down the string bed, and it's hard on the fingers and it takes more time, but I don't know. I think I just feel like doing the same thing over and over for a while before switching. It's like a rhythm type of deal. So I usually just do it like this until I run out of strings on the tag end. by weaving ahead so many times like this means that half of my pre-weaves are harder going in one direction versus going the other direction, because the one direction is going to be all hard weaves as opposed to the other direction will be easier because they're soft weaves. However, I can avoid this by only pre-weaving one string at a time. That means that the one that you're pre-weaving is always going to be a soft weave, because you're weaving it before the tension on the previous string has been pulled, therefore putting less pressure on the current string that you're pre-weaving. If that makes sense. So okay, so I ran out of strings. Time to go back and tension everything. I'm gonna tension this one. And I'm gonna tie off. See, this is what I mean. In order to make room for me to fan the string as I move it, I have to shove everything down, and that's not easy to push all the strings all at once. So before I put tension on this one, because I'm gonna use this clamp to clamp off the first string, which I'm gonna pull right now using 10% extra tension. Clamp this off so I can tie it off with the Wilson Pro Knot. I'm seeing this clamp back off too much. Retract. This is called drawback. It draws back so much. I want to make sure that my base is not moving. Nah, it's just the machine clamp part, the vertical part, that's retracting a little, and that's normal on most of the stringers, including the tournament ones that cost upwards of $7,000. So I'm gonna tie it off here on the cross string, just because I can. Could have used the Wilson Pro Knot, but I actually used the Parnell knot instead. It's okay though. When fanning, I like to stay below the sweet spot area, because you don't want to fan up and down so much that you're wearing out the sweet spot before the player even gets to play any tennis with it. So stay away from the sweet spot. This one I could use this thing to help. Customer used the string at 55 pounds, and he thought he was using Syngut string, but I took a look at what he has before cutting it off. It was some kind of poly. He thinks is Lynx Tor, but I have a feeling that it could be just the Lynx, regular Lynx, because Lynx Tor is shaped, and what he had on the string bed was not shaped. Oh, come on. See, like pulling these strings one at a time is not exactly saving me any time. So hopefully by seeing me doing it different ways, you can make up your own decision as to how you do it. I like this owl. It makes quick work. good because you're able to use your wrist to quickly maneuver like that. It's shorter than the longer ones, which I no longer use. For example, I made this one. You see how the tip is much longer compared to the one I was just using. So if it's too long, then you can't stay that close to the string bed. You'd have to lift up. And once you lift up, you lose your leverage for the wrist. Okay. Seems like I'm gonna have a lot of strings left over. Yeah, I got way too much of a string left over. It's okay. It just means that I can pre-weave even the last string. Hopefully. Not long enough. Okay. It was almost long enough, but not quite. To complete a pre-weave, I mean. I completed pre-weave only to pull it back out because it wasn't long enough for the previous string to pull tension on the string head, on the tension head. So we're at the last string with the added 10%. Gotta use the Parnell knot here because that grommet hole has been butchered before by somebody else. Very good. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy your New Year's. Happy hitting, happy stringing. I hope to see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. See ya.